amanecieron. It's gonna be 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a beautiful day. Rise and shine, people. Rise and shine. Ah, no hay sol. No hay sol. Acá no hay sol. Pero aquí voy. Here I am on the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. I am on the road again. Hello, Norma. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Alexis. Alexis, we need to go have lunch or dinner or something, Hoochie Mama. Let me know when you're available. Hi, Sil. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. These roads are crazy. Van carros from on. Love, Carol. Good morning, Mama. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the raffle Friday night. Friday night or early Saturday. Sandra D. Hoochie Mama, good morning. Thank you, Liberty Lady. Thank you. Did the shirt fit you, Mom? Did the shirt fit you, Liberty Lady? Good morning, Teresa. How are you, my beautiful friend? Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I need to speak a little bit louder because my grandson has his phone on and I don't want that music to be playing. Good morning, Dora. Dora, did your shirt fit you, Dora? Good morning. I stopped at Buc-ee's and they had they still don't have the 4th of July shirts or the blankets, but they do have the Buc-ee's, like, I think they're the Arctic cups or tumblers or something like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna say something. I don't know. I think I have like maybe 2 hours that I can be live because once I get to the location where I have no signal, there's no point in me being live because the phone keeps cutting off. But I wanna thank you all, and you know I'm not aligned with any platform. This is me by myself. I'm trying to get over all that drama and move on. I'm not, and we all are trying to move on. Like a lot of us, I know Ophelia's trying to move on. She's trying to just move on from all this drama. And when Ophelia started her platform, it was during COVID, and people weren't able to do a lot of things. So Ophelia created that platform, and it was just supposed to be for fun and laughs. But things got out of hand, greed, jealousy. Then people got more involved. People saw that there's money to be made on YouTube. So, there comes the challenges. But, it's like, and I've said it over and over again, it's like every restaurant. You have the Roadhouse, you have Longhorn Steakhouse, you have, all kinds of restaurants. Cheddar's, Papa Duke's, you have all these restaurants that, they all, and I mean, if you really look at it and pay attention, they all are making money. So why are we having to compete against each other? I'm not competing against anyone. I truly ain't competing against anyone. I am trying to create my platform. That Cindy Young, thank you, Vanessa. Good morning, Mama. Thank you for being here. That Cindy Young's library, or the um page, that hits home. That the story. I'm actually, my friend Laura and I are actually gonna buy the book. I need to send Laura the money so she can buy the books. Um, I need to read the book. I'm gonna read the book. Um, I really, this is hitting me, and then that's what, I created my platform for politics because I was sharing stuff that was going on in the school. Then I stepped away from politics and I said, eh, I'll start. When I started my page, someone put my page in a game group, and I started getting people to watch, and it started growing. I didn't expect it to go that fast, but I really, really appreciate it, and I want to thank every one of you all that are on here. I do not want to be encouraging hate or bullying. I do not encourage bullying. And I'm going to tell you all about my situation, what happened to me, why I'm against bullying. I might have been a bully when I was younger. I don't remember exactly what happened. Remember, I have selective memory. Thanks to my hater that she says that I have selective memory. So, oh, this thing's closed. I have selective memory, so I only remember certain things, and I don't know. It's something in our brain. My son says that we all have ADD some way or another. It affects us differently. Um, so I remember when I was in fifth grade, fourth and fifth grade, I was a rebel. I remember having being in fights in school, but I don't remember exactly why the fights. Like I can't, for the life of God. I even have a friend that hypnotizes people. He's a chief of police in a local police department, and he can hypnotize people. And I asked him, I want him to hypnotize me, to take me back to my younger years, to see what happened. I've had a lot of trauma, and really, honest to God, I have had a lot of trauma. Um, but being a grandmother to my 12 beautiful grandchildren has helped me see things differently. I want my life to turn around, and that's why, ladies, I have no need to be working. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because you wouldn't lend them your nice clothes. Yes, Alexis, one of them, I remember one of them was because my mom and dad would always buy me, like if the Jordache pants came out, the Sergio Valente. Thank you for reminding me, Alexis. So obviously you've been paying attention. I love you. We have to go have dinner. Jordache, Gloria Vanderbilt, Sergio Valente. Like, my mom and dad would buy me the best name brand. I was the first one that would get the name brand clothes, always. So I'm grateful to my parents. I'm very grateful to my parents. And yeah, one of the fights was because my mom didn't want me borrowing my clothes to people, especially older girls, because my mom would say, Velda, those girls are already having the this and that, and you can get a disease, so don't be borrowing your clothes to them. Like, don't. I remember I had some shoes, wedges. They were wedges. Alexis, he does hypnotize people. He has the certificate where he went for training, and he does hypnotize people. Only because, like, I have my grandson. Please tap tap tap, ladies. 42 people watching and only 14 thumbs up. Come on, ladies. I'm gonna encourage you all to fight, or not fight, but stand up for bullying. You know, bullying. How many people have unalived themselves because of bullying? So I do not condone bullying. Uh, that's why I know that a lot of people probably are like, "Well, what's the deal with Velda with Vanessa?" I I don't condone bullying. You know, if someone has a problem with Vanessa, they'll take care of it. There's like Ophelia. Ophelia does a damn good job defending herself. Like last night, she had a show. I loved it. I loved it because she was analyzing Gloria's show, and Gloria was see. This is crazy because Nelda wants to say that she's not involved in this drama, but Nelda's very involved in this drama. Nelda is very involved, and she's the day that Ram and I talked about it, I told her I can't stand Nelda, and she's like, "Oh, pobrecita Nelda," because of her son. I'm like, "Girl, you don't know the story." I said, "But you know what? I'm not gonna bring that up. I'm just gonna leave it alone because at the end of the day, I have a heart. I'm better, and I will deal with her the right way. I'm not gonna bring up her son. There's no need, because at the end of the day, even Jaime said he has screenshots when her daughter put it out there. So I don't have to put up that. I do not have to put that story out there for anyone. So, on another note, bullying. Why am I against bullying? I'm going to tell you why I'm against bullying. I don't know how many of you have children that are between the age of 20 and 30 years old. My problem with VT is I just don't like her. I don't agree with anything she says or does, but that is my opinion, but I don't go bashing on her. Thank you, Alexis. And that's why I love you, mija. And that's why you have a place in my heart, always. And I don't like it that I haven't seen you, but we need to get together. You need to be my buddy to go watch movies. I want to go watch a movie. Ricky's always busy. So why I think I've said it before, why I got involved in politics. My daughter was in the 3rd or 4th grade. A little boy told her that she needed to unalive herself, that if she needed a weapon to unalive herself, that his dad was a cop and that he could bring the pew pew so my daughter could unalive herself. From that day on, Nelda's niece would bully my daughter, and Nelda knows about it. Nelda's niece would bully my daughter, and finally, Nelda's sister and I talked, and the bullying stopped, and they became friends. But the bullying was too strong that other girls got involved, other kids were involved. My daughter, if you all know, she has a little boy that was born on my birthday in 2021. And Mija would get bullied in school. She didn't like to fight because she was afraid she would get in trouble, that we would get mad at her, so she wouldn't fight back. Until she got to junior high, I remember one day they called me and they said that she had defended herself. She was wearing her boots and she had kicked that person and she had hurt that person. And I said she needed to defend herself. And I'm okay with her defending herself. I'm not going to discipline her for defending herself. As a matter of fact, I'm going to support her because I was tired of the bullying. And I will call the principal and I will call the the secretary, and I would call the counselors, and it was really out of hand. One time, they grabbed her backpack and they put on her backpack, "I like girls and I like to be kissed by girls." Mind you, my daughter's in her mid 20s, and she has a son. So my daughter never, and my daughter has never ever been in a family where you have men liking men or women loving women. My daughter doesn't have to live in that kind of lifestyle. So why would my daughter put on her backpack, "I like girls and I like to be kissed by girls"? So this bullying had been going on for a very long time. She got to high school. She was in the 10th or 11th grade. A pair of twins assaulted her a few inches by getting run over by a bus, getting her head run over by a bus, until finally I said, "You know what? I need to get involved. I need to know what the hell's going on." So I got involved, and I finally realized that I was going against a gang. This is a gang. Political people are a gang. Money talks, bullshit walks. People get involved in politics. People want to make fun of me because I say contribute and not contribute. You should hear the word politics. The person that says politics. But anyways, I'm not here to criticize that individual. She's nothing to me. She's a piece of scrap on the floor, and that's all she is to me. So I said, I need to get involved. So I started getting involved, and I started seeing the connections. Like, the principal could not move a step ahead because he needed to see what a certain individual would tell him. If the school board members would tell him, "Hey, you cannot discipline this child. This child is so-and-so's daughter or son. You cannot discipline. So it's okay, let her be. If that's all she has to say, that's a sad." Yeah. So I started getting involved, and I ran for commissioner. I ran for commissioner because they say if you don't like what you see, then instead of criticizing the problem, then get involved. So I ran for commissioner. I was in an election where I lost by a few votes. Mind you, Mercedes is a big, I'm going to say about 16,000 people population, maybe more. I haven't researched anymore. I do have a selective memory, so my brain only remembers certain things, but I have done research. So when you only have 1,500 people that vote, what does that tell you? Now, the people that vote are the same people that have their friends or compadres on board on the city commission who will side with them and favor with them. So guess what? Things are never going to change. And that's why I was arrested at the city meeting in 2019. Am I ashamed of it? Oh, fuck no, I'm not. Do I have to go through that again? I can assure you I will never get arrested in Mercedes again. I can assure you of that. I will never, ever get arrested again in Mercedes, Texas. But the good thing about this is that now I can do and say whatever I want as long as I'm not threatening anyone, I am not harassing anyone, and I'm good. 16.732 is a population, Mercedes. A lot of people complain in the valley, but don't go out and vote to make change. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. How far was I from the numbers? Here, clean your nose, puppy. Thank you. How far was I? How off was I from the numbers? I said 16,732 people. Thank you, Alexis. So that tells you how involved I am in my community. Now that I'm back to working weekends, and I love my weekend schedule because I come, make my money, go back home. Monday through Friday, I will be getting involved in politics again, only because people are reaching out to me. The people that don't like me are reaching out to me, and I love it. I love it when people reach out to me. When I walk into HEB and people tell me, Velda, we need you. Velda, we need you to join us. Velda, we need to do this. Velda, we need to do that. Guess what? I'm here. I'm back. I'm gonna get back into politics. You know how many people, and I'm gonna give you all a great example right now. And I'm not bashing on Judge Alvarez and Judge Alvarez's wife, because I love them dearly. When Judge Alvarez ran for county judge, Nelda's on Social Security. Nelda received Social Security. Nelda was getting paid to hold signs, support Judge Alvarez. Oh, hell no, I will not run for sheriff. No, 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 no. You need a degree for that stuff. I will never run for that. You can't complain if you don't vote for change. Thank you, Teresa. So, Nelda is going to be where they give her money. Nelda's hungry for money, so she's going to be there. And I'm just giving you all the things that I know, because Nelda used to hang around with me. Nelda and I were like this. So for her to turn her back on me and go on that page and bash on me and talk about me because she's irrelevant, it's okay. No pasa nada. She knows my family very well. She does. Like I know her family too. And so what? Anyways, so political people get involved. Some people get involved because they want to make sure they have their hands in the mixture, because if they ever need a favor, like many times, Nelda needed her daughter's ticket to get dismissed. Guess what? I was there for her. Oh my God, look at this. Look at the weather. It's gonna start raining pretty soon. I love this. I love this. I don't understand how friends can backstab friends. Greed and jealousy, Teresa. Greed and jealousy. When she would hang around with me, she was trying to find a way, and I'm going to tell you how I helped Nelda. She was trying to find a way how she could sue the city because of her son's death. I don't know exactly what happened that night at her home, and I don't care to know. It's none of my business. But he hit a manhole, lost control of his PT Cruiser, and hit a palm tree. Nelda brought me the police report, and I made a copy, but I don't know what happened to that, and I don't even care. And she wanted me to help her sue the city. How could I help her sue the city when it had already been years that her son had been deceased? Like, I couldn't. I wish I could have helped her, but I couldn't because it had already been years. Cases only have 2 years statute of limitation to sue once the case is closed. Because it happened in 2019 when I was arrested. The only way I could sue the city was if it was closed in my favor and had to sue within 2 years. There's a statute of limitation. So I couldn't help her. I wish I could have, but I couldn't help her. It was already too long. So then she crashes her car with an officer. The officer hit her. So there she wanted me to help her again to sue her because she crashed into her old beat up car. Was I her friend or not? I helped her so she could go to Wasaco PD, get reports so that she could find out on her own that it, there was no way they could do anything to her. She wanted money from the city to fix her beat up car that was already crashed, and they told her they couldn't help her. How was I involved in that? How could I help her when they told her your car was already crashed? Like, I couldn't help her. There was no way. So that was another case that I couldn't help her. But when her daughters got citations for passing a red light and we went to the judge, the case was dismissed. So did I help her or not? So this is how you repay your friends. But hey, you know what? It's all good because at the end of the day, God is going to see, God knows that I did my best to help my friend. She wanted you to give her your Traverse at that time. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So, like that's how far back now that I go. And this thing right now, this life is not to bash on Nelda. I'm not bashing on Nelda. I'm just telling you all how, Nelda and I go way back. But she wants to go on that platform because she sees 50 people hate Velda on that platform. So she's going to join the 50 people so she can be a part of that 51 people that hate Velda. It's okay. I am not going to go on a live myself because she's number 51. No. Mm-mm. I have too much to live for. You all saw the day on Easter Sunday we were at home. You all saw my family. You all saw my children. I do not say that my family is the perfect family, but yep, you all saw my children there. What did my son say? We're going to have a redemption, or what did he say? Oh my goodness, my selective memory, there it goes again. We're going to have, he said something. So I went live and they all were there and we're talking like, that's my family. I was like, maybe we should do like a Kim Kardashian show, a Kardashian show, because if you all were to live my life, in my life, you all will see my family is far from perfect, but we are not ghetto. We are not ghetto. When we have parties for my grandsons, intervention, yes, Dory, that's what he said, intervention. When we have parties for our children, our parties are not about getting drunk and getting high. It's not about getting drunk and getting high. So apparently someone's show last night, they're getting high, they're getting drunk, and here they are bashing again on Goyito. And you know what? I'm so thankful that Ophelia has those people that go and record, because if they want to edit their video, if they want to remove the video or whatever, they already got a screen recording where they're bashing on Goyito. And that's where I'm talking about bullying. How are you going to go and harass a disabled adult? What are you trying to do? Just because you lost your son to a horrible accident, because it was an accident, he didn't do it intentionally, it was an accident. Why are you going to go and harass and bully a young man to almost cause him to unalive himself? Thankfully, he has a strong family that will not allow that to happen. Same thing for Chris. Same thing for Chris. Chris is 26 or 27. When people started talking about Chris yesterday and the day before yesterday, about what he's having to deal with Jaime because he's got 2 warrants for his arrest. People are people are upset because he's getting bullied. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with my wiper? I just bought these wipers. People are getting upset because it's like they say, hey, this is a young kid. I saw that. It goes to show that they are the ones bullying while being unprovoked. Thank you, Alexis. I'm not on Team Jaime. I'm not on Team Chris. I'm not on Team Gloria. I'm not on Team Ophelia. We each individually have our platforms. Now, if Ophelia allows me to go on her platform, good. If I allow, like now we're going to have my StreamYard, Ophelia is going to participate in it. And I hope that all the people that were going to remove themselves from my platform because I talked to Ophelia, I hope that you all are gone and don't come back to my show ever again because I know I have your names saved. I know who you all are. You've only made it obvious that you all do not like Ophelia, and that's okay because Ophelia and I live 45 minutes away from each other than to people that live hours and hours away. I'd rather keep my friendship with Ophelia than having to deal with hateful people because it only shows Ophelia is only trying to defend her children. And that's it. That's all I see. Ophelia trying to defend her children from all the bullying. Why do we need to allow people to bully people for them to go and unalive themselves? Really? That's what you all stand for? People bullying people to drive them to the point to where they want to unalive themselves? That's what you all are encouraging. People to unalive themselves. How do you all feel in your heart that it's okay to push people to the limit where they want to unalive themselves? That's why I said I do not want to participate on the hate against Vanessa Tijerina. For Vanessa to think that she's alone against all the bullying, it hits me hard because when my daughter was getting bullied, she got to the point where she would have like panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I don't know what they were, but her eyes would be open, her saliva would just come out of her mouth, she would be drooling, and she was like unalived. We would call her, we would call her name, and she couldn't respond because she was out. That's why I don't condone bullying. If I did it when I was younger, I apologize because that's ugly and I don't think it's right. My daughter had 2 episodes where they thought she wasn't going to come back out of it, that she was going to stay like a vegetable. She was going to stay in a vegetative state because she wasn't responding. The last episode she had, I had transferred her from high school, Mercedes High School, to the alternative school, the school where troublemakers go. Apparently that's what they call it, the troublemaker school. She didn't want to get out of high school, but I was like, Mom, you need to get out of that school. They're going to freaking unalive you there. They're going to drive you to the point where you're going to unalive yourself or you're going to be unalived. Like, I don't want you there no more. I'm sorry. Like, you need to get out of that school. 6 months before her graduation, I was able to get her out of that school. She had her last episode. They called me and they're like, Velda, there's something wrong with her. We don't know what's wrong. She doesn't want to close her eyes. She doesn't want to talk. She's not responding, Velda. She's not responding. We don't know what to do. We already called 911. I got there. They put my daughter in the ambulance. And the ambulance was still there in the parking lot. Melissa, you know how that feels. Because you told me how the accident with your son, when the car fell on your son and you almost lost your son. So, you know how it feels, Melissa. And they're like, Velda, we don't know what's going on. Like, she was fine. All of a sudden, she just fell and we can't get her to respond. I said, do y'all have oxygen? Give her oxygen. Put her on oxygen. Quick. Get the oxygen tank. Put her on oxygen. And take her to Edinburgh. Take her to DHR in Edinburgh. They already know her. Let's see if we can stabilize her. And they're like, Velda, we can't leave from here until we stabilize her. And I was like, well, do something. And they're like, we don't know what to do. I said, get an oxygen tank. Bring an oxygen tank. So finally, they brought the oxygen tank. They put oxygen on Mija. They were able to stabilize her. They took her to the hospital. And they were like, this is from all the bullying that she has endured, that her little brain cannot take it. Her little brain cannot take all this bullying. She cannot deal with it. You need to get her out of school. You need to take her out of school and don't let her go back to that school. If you can homeschool her, even better. I said, well, y'all can write me the letter and I'll take it to the school board and I can homeschool her. She was only a few months from graduating with her class, so she wanted to graduate with her class. And thank God she graduated. She went to Texas Department of Corrections with her boyfriend. They were doing a job, what do you call it? Oh my God, there I go with my selective memory. They were doing a job fair, and her boyfriend went, and she was the one hired. He wasn't hired on the spot. She was hired on the spot. And when she got hired, I was like, Mom, you're not gonna make it. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I am, Mom. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And I was like, okay, if you think you can make it, then go for it. Like, I'm here. So my husband with Texas Department of Corrections, and it's almost gonna be her 10 years there. 10 years with Texas Department of Corrections. This week is TDC week of correctional officers. And I am so proud of my daughter because she overcame being bullied, almost unalived, almost to the point as in a vegetative state. And that's why I don't condone bullying. I'm against it. I'm not going to participate with any bullying for anyone. And that's why many times from the very beginning, when decided to create their own page because I didn't like Ophelia and her family anymore. You have raised amazing children, which you should be so proud. Thank you. Strong, tough girl, good for her. Yes, Teresa, thank you. I want to thank you all for being here with me, como dice Angie, in my space. Thank you all. I appreciate it. And my platform, I do not want to use it to bully or harass anyone ever again. And if I lost friends because I didn't want to bash on Ophelia or bully Ophelia and her family, it's okay. You all were not my true friends. Because if you really were my friend, like Alexis, you all would be here with me on my platform. So I'm glad that you all took yourselves out. I appreciate it. 84 people watching. Please tap, tap, tap. Kudos to your daughter. Nothing else better than proving people wrong. Thank you, Isabel Martinez. Thank you. I understand, ladies and gentlemen, that you all, some of you all don't like Ophelia. Ophelia's not on the platform to be liked. Ophelia is loved by, and y'all can see it, Angie and Francis and Boyito and Sirena, and that's all she needs, because I am loved by my children, and that's all I need. Now, if there's several people that love me from this platform, thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Hey, I never left you. Just play, mama. I know you didn't, Liberty Lady, and I love you and thank you for it. Family is everything. It is, Isabel. I want you all, I know some of you don't like Gloria, or don't like Gloria, or just don't watch her because you all don't understand her Spanish. I want you all to know that Gloria has gone through so much in her life. And yesterday when she said, I'm done, I know where she's coming from, because Gloria too wants to move forward, you know. This young man, Chris, had been reaching out to a lot of us. And Gloria thought that by her bringing on Chris, she was going to help stop the bullying, but she didn't realize that it was just going to bring more people to attack her. Gloria's not a bad person. And it's like I told her the other day. I said, look, Gloria, we made peace once before and you started bashing on me again. I started defending myself. But you know what, Gloria? From here on out, and I'm telling you, woman to woman, I have no need to bash on you, Gloria, and I feel for you. I said, I hope, I'm sure maybe we will never get together because she lives all the way to Bronxville. I hardly go to Bronxville. But I'm here, Gloria. If you ever need anyone, I'm here. I'm here. Same thing for Vanessa Tijerina. I know that she told me, Velda, you broke the trust, not once, not twice, I don't know how many times. But Vanessa knows I never took pictures from her home. Never. Ophelia knows that I never threw razors in her yard. I never did those things. I never messed with her tombstone. I never did anything crazy like that. I never spray painted her car. I never stalked her. I never harassed her. And therefore, I think I'm the better person. Thank you, Teresa. I think I'm the better person. Because the sumo wrestlers want to put it out there that I'm evil, that I'm a bitch, that I'm this, I'm that. All I'm doing is defending myself from those hateful people. And like I said, there's only about 51 people that hate me just because I defend myself from all the hate. And it's okay. I'm not going to go unalive myself. I have beautiful grandchildren. Just this weekend, my granddaughter went to prom. She looked beautiful. Beautiful. Mija looked beautiful in her prom dress. She's graduating with honors. She's graduating with her cosmetology. I'm proud. I'm a proud grandma, and that's why I do not want to be a part of the bullying, and I don't condone that. The 51 are irrelevant. That's right. You are a better person. You have to stand up for yourself and your family. Exactly. What did they do? They went and created a YouTube channel with my son's picture, and they put my name, and they were degrading my family. Did you all see my son go and fight them? He said, it's okay, Mom. They can say whatever they want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I am fat, Mom. I don't care. He didn't go arguing with them. On Easter Sunday, I don't know how many of you all know, Easter Sunday, we made brisket. I called Jaime. Hey, Jaime, come and pick up your plate. Brisket sandwich. It was brisket and sausages, I think. And I gave him a cupcake. Like, I didn't do it because I feel sorry for Jaime. No, I just did it out of the kindness of my heart. Like, Jaime, come on over. Gordito, pero con mucho corazón. Yes, Isabel. So, I'm gonna let you all go. I know you all have things to do. Probably Ophelia wants to go live because Ophelia usually goes live from 10 to 11. Please keep Gloria in your prayers. Please send encouraging messages to Gloria. She's not alone. Ladies, Gloria's not alone. Thank you, Sandra D. And today, hopefully about 6 o'clock, we will be doing the first chalupa. The first chalupa, it's going to be 8 cards, $5 a card, $5 a card. We will do a $5 card so we can see how that goes. And then if you all want, we can do another one, $1 a line, because I think it's 8 cards and it's like $80, $10 each card. You all getting $70 and $10 for the platform, so we can continue growing our platform. Stop the hate, stop the bullying, and let's keep going forward. That's what I want. Move forward. Bye. You all have a blessed day, and I'll see you all later. God bless you all. Alexis, call me.